Hello, Oilers fans. Austin here, and welcome to another pregame report. It is do or die once again for the Edmonton Oilers. They're down 3-2 in the series against the Florida Panthers, and if they want to have some sort of miracle comeback, they have to win tonight at home at Rogers Place, and that crowd is going to be going absolutely berserk. If Edmonton finds a way to get an early lead, that roof is going to literally blow off the building. This is Edmonton's game to lose. I know everyone says the pressure's on Florida. Well, I think there's some pressure on the Oilers now. They're at home. You're trying to force that Game 7. And it's really hard because you don't want to get in your own head. You don't want to think ahead to a Game 7 because there's still a job to do in the moment. So we'll see if Edmonton is up to the task, or we'll see if the Florida Panthers are able to finally close this thing out. They might be gripping their sticks a little bit tight. If Florida gets the first goal, they are going to settle into their game and they're going to be very comfortable. However, the Edmonton Oilers, they have a lot to say about that too. So we're going to talk about the projected lineup, and then of course I'll be giving my NHL script prediction. So keep an eye out for that. Tonight, I will be live streaming the game at 6 o'clock Mountain Time. So if you want to tune into the live stream, make sure you like this video and make sure you subscribe if you are not yet subscribed. We're going to have a ton of fun tonight. I cannot wait for the live stream commentary. Let's jump into the projected lineup. So, top line for Edmonton. I mean, everything's going to stay the same, I believe, from Game 5. So, Warren Foegele with Connor McDavid, Zach Hyman, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins with Leon Draisaitl and Dylan Holloway. Now, Draisaitl and Holloway, they had a tough Game 5. I'm expecting a better Game 6. They are at home. Hopefully, Chris Knoblauch is able to give them line matchups that they're able to feast on a little bit. I know the Florida Panthers, Paul Maurice, he was really good at locking that line down at home in Game 5. Edmonton's got to find a way to get those guys going in Game 6. Even Nugent-Hopkins as well. I'd like to see a little bit more from Nuge at 5-on-5 right now. His penalty killing and power play is great. We need more at 5-on-5 from Nuge as well. Third line, you're going to have Janmark with Henrique and Brown, and I am curious to see if Chris Knoblauch is trying to match that line against the Barkov line like he did in Game 4. Janmark, Henrique, and Brown completely destroyed the Barkov line in Game 4, so I'd like to imagine that that's the line that Knoblauch is going to be putting out against Barkov as much as possible, and that line has been very effective throughout the whole series. Janmark and Brown, they're two players that I was very hard on during the regular season, but I would love if the team re-signed. Hopefully the season does not end tonight, and we're not talking about contracts going into next season. I want this thing extended. I want the Oilers to find a way to get to Monday for Game 7. Fourth line, you'll have Ryan McLeod with Derek Ryan and Corey Perry. And then, of course, our extra forwards, Evander Kane, Sam Carrick, Sam Gagner. Those three players will not be playing. I don't think any of them are getting back in the lineup. Evander Kane, he might be close to healthy enough, but Chris Knoblauch did say that pretty much he was just he's just been not there physically, and I think for Evander Kane it's tough. You know, he wants to play. He's a gamer. He has a lot of heart when it comes to his style of play. He takes the style of play and the playoffs very seriously. He wants to help his team win, but I think Evander Kane out of the lineup is beneficial to the Edmonton Oilers at this point. On defense, you're going to have Ekholm with Bouchard, Nurse with Broberg, Kulak with Ceci, and then Desharnais is your extra. Desharnais, I don't see him getting back in the lineup for the rest of the series. Nurse and Broberg, they had a really, really tough game in Game 5. I'm hoping, once again, with home ice advantage, Chris Knoblauch, he's able to get that defensive pair out. I guess it's Paul Coffey. He's kind of in charge of rotating the defensive pairs. I hope Paul Coffey is able to kind of get Nurse and Broberg out in favorable matchups. Nurse and Broberg, you look at all the advanced metrics from Game 5, and even Game 4 wasn't super great either. However, Nurse did get a goal, and for the most part, they're able to kind of lock things down, slow things down. Philip Broberg, his best asset is his skating. I like when he's able to just kind of skate out of trouble. He doesn't force anything. The Oilers, they keep trying to stretch the ice against the Panthers because of how aggressive they are. And Broberg and Nurse, that should be a pair on paper that should be able to stretch out the Florida Panthers, especially through the neutral zone, either with speed or with good outlet passes. So hopefully they're able to do that. Kulak and Ceci, same thing. I felt they really struggled in Game 5. So we're going to see if they can bounce back as well. Every single player in the lineup tonight has to be the best that they've ever been throughout the regular season. That even includes Connor McDavid, and it's pretty hard to ask for more from McDavid considering how much he's done in this series for Edmonton to get them back to where they are and made a series out of it. It is a 3-2 series. The Oilers have not rolled over. I don't expect them to roll over tonight. Stuart Skinner, he will be getting the start. And if you look at all the advanced metrics for Stuart Skinner in games 4 through 7 in a series, he is 9-0 with a 1.54 goals against average and like a .936 save percentage. It's unbelievable what Skinner does after Game 4 in a playoff series this year. Interesting splits. I don't understand goaltending. Makes no sense. Speaking of goaltending, looking over on the left side of the screen, I have a stat for Sergei Bobrovsky, 6.43 goals against average and a 756 save percentage since the third period of Game 3. Again, Sergei Bobrovsky, he was pretty much the Conn Smythe front runner. I don't know how he even gets it at this point. Even if Florida were to shut out the Oilers tonight, I just don't think it would go to Bobrovsky, in my opinion. Bobrovsky, he's really struggled the last 2 games and a period. So that was that 3, 6, 7 periods, 6.43 goals against average, 756 save percentage. He's going to be looking to rebound and get his team back on track here. A couple big saves early for Bobrovsky. That might allow the Florida Panthers to get a little bit of confidence and go on the attack. But if you're the Edmonton Oilers, you got to be looking at some of these numbers and you got to be licking your chops and going, you know what? We got to get on him as early as humanly possible. For the Edmonton Oilers too, just don't take an early penalty. I know they got a shorthanded goal last game and the game before early off of penalties in the first period, in the first 5 minutes. Can't be taking that risk. Stay out of the box. Florida's power play is eventually going to break through. Despite how good Edmonton's penalty kill is, that's just how the numbers work. That's just statistics, in my opinion. Edmonton's got to stay out of the box. They've got to be very, very disciplined. Leon Draisaitl, like I mentioned already, he needs to do more in the series. He has 0 goals and 2 assists in the entire series, and those 2 assists came in that 8-1 win back in Game 4. If Edmonton is going to find a way to force a Game 7, we need Draisaitl to have a vintage playoff Draisaitl game. Look for him to get on the score sheet tonight, and look for him to have a major impact on the ice. Connor McDavid, what more else can we say? 3 goals, 7 assists in his last 56 minutes and 21 seconds of time on ice. Connor McDavid, he's doing absolutely everything he can to drag this team from being on the brink of losing a Stanley Cup on home ice in Game 4 to possibly finding a way to force a Game 7 back in Florida on Monday. It is June 21st. I cannot believe that there's still hockey right now. The weather is beautiful where I am. I can't wait for the game. I'm incredibly excited. Also, a little bit nervous. Not as nervous as last game, though. See, last game when I had the heart rate monitor up, my heart rate was already at 100 before, 2-3 hours before game time. I feel a little bit more comfortable today. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just because I woke up in a good mood. I don't know if it's because the weather's nice. I hear the birds chirping. If it's because I went for a little walk earlier today. Very much looking forward to the game tonight. I hope you are all looking forward to the game tonight as well. Like I mentioned, I will be live streaming this thing. I'll be doing live stream commentary. I'll have my reaction as well. So, that's always fun to be part of. Everyone likes to see the heart rate monitor. So that's like the big selling feature, heart rate monitor. Look at this Oilers fan. He might die on the stream tonight. Of course, I won't actually die. I won't have a heart attack, I promise. Now, when it comes to the NHL script and the actual game day prediction, this is a tough one. The NHL said that if I say what their script says today, they will not give me a script ever again. So either I divulge that information to you or I keep it to myself and I possibly get more scripts from the league. However, I am going to divulge the information. The Edmonton Oilers, they are going to win Game 6. They are going to force a Game 7 back in Florida on Monday. And, the NHL, they're not going to be happy that I said that. They're not going to send me any more scripts. And so if there is truly a Game 7, I'm not going to know what the result's going to be, and we're going to have to just wait and see, but there's a job to do tonight. Edmonton's going to win. Austin Hockey Guarantee. I've only pulled that out once throughout the whole playoffs. That was Game 6 against Vancouver. Let's get this thing done, Oil Country. Cheer loud, cheer proud, be positive. Like, subscribe, tell someone that you love them, and as always, fight like Ben and fight like a kid. Ben Stelter Foundation. We love them. We love the Ben Stelter family. Let's go. Oh, God. My voice. Let's go, Oilers.